So what is Tecmo's Super Bowl?
My fellow Americans, our long national nightmare is over.
American football games nowadays are reduced to the yearly releases of the same glitchy bastard game that unfortunately has to bear the legacy name of John Madden, may he rest in peace. But back in the early years, everything was up for grabs. Established franchises were in their early years, so there was no clear frontrunner, and football was included in that. 10-yard fight, John Elway's quarterback, Cyberball, NFL Challenge, or if you're really feeling spicy, football on the Odyssey were among the different ways you can enjoy American football. One of the early franchises though, Tecmo Bowl. Originally released as an arcade game in 1987 by Tecmo obviously, the quick pick up and play nature of the game was attractive to anyone with a passing interest without fear of violating rules accidentally. However, it had its limitations. Not having the complete official NFL license meant they could only vaguely represent the cities that the teams come from, and even then, there's only 10 players on the field and 6 teams per conference. AKA there's no Steelers, so bad game! So, inevitably, a sequel was developed. Tecmo Super Bowl was released in December of 1991 on the NES and was officially licensed by the NFL, which meant every team and roster member were included. Woo! Steelers! Tecmo's Super Bowl was an improvement in almost every way to the previous game, complementing the arcade gameplay while making small improvements that were greatly appreciated. For example, the teams have the full 11 players on the field, and instead of the only 4 plays of Tecmo Bowl, you can pick between double that in the new game. The game is still fast-paced, with a lack of penalties holding you back, but it also includes more aspects of actual football that weren't included before, such as timeouts, player substitutions, stat tracking, and most importantly, fumbles, so you can yell at your playable pixels for fucking up, just like real football. Speaking of playable pixels, these animated cutscenes are actually really impressive for the time and age, and really highlight how iffy the actual game looks. But that's overlooked because it's fun. If you don't know how to play hand egg, well, let me break it down. 2 teams of meatheads alternate having the ball depending on who wins an opening coin toss, and after a kickoff, the team that has the ball has 4 plays to either move the ball 10 yards to a first down marker or reach the end zone area against the other team. If they cannot achieve this, the ball is turned over to the opposing team and the roles reverse. This continues until one team scores, in which they earn 6 points and get an opportunity to score an additional point by kicking the ball through the field goal post, or 2 points if they choose if they want to run one additional offensive play. Then the ball switches teams and it continues for 4 5-minute quarters with a halftime break midway through the game. That explanation may seem confusing, but it doesn't translate to the actual game, cause it is fun even if you aren't 100% in knowing what you need to do. Movement and plays feel so loose and active. You can run, throw simple routes, and juke the defenders out of their cleats. And on the flip side, you can bulldoze your way through your opponent and pile drive the quarterback mercilessly. It's such a fun time. An extra benefit, you can play with friends. 2-player absolutely makes this game. Playing with your friends is always enjoyable, even if those cheating bastards pick the Raiders and Bo Jackson. Yes, everyone should know by now Bo Jackson is absolutely broken. Even Family Guy has made this joke already. But oh well, if you don't have friends, 1 player is still fun. There's a season mode where you can play a team in a full conference schedule, but it's just back-to-back games essentially. You can also play Pro Bowl mode, where you can pick your favorite players for one team. So step right up for the fight for Bo. Tecmo Super Bowl is a product of its time, but that doesn't matter at all. It's still fun. It has its limitations being on the NES, but you'd be hard pressed to find a more enjoyable football game. This game gets 4 Bo Jacksons out of 5.